Okay, so I cleaned stuff up here. I removed the 300 tonners with the slow speed from the battle line. They will only be used as a trade protection, so they won't accompany anyone anywhere. And the rest here are assigned to the various cruiser reserves. And I figure I need 6 times 4 plus 4, 28 new 500-ton destroyers. Yeah, we can afford that easily. Just wait. Eventually, the destroyers will cost several thousand each. You can't build batches with 28. Yeah. Can't afford to go there. Nuremberg destroyers. Colonial crisis with France. What are your recommendations? We must safeguard our interests. If it leads to war, we are prepared to fight it. Mobilize. Yes. I'm very happy I got rid of some of the oldest, weakest ships. This need not be war. They don't want to go to war with us, so this one could drop below the threshold before war is declared, or war could happen. Also added a few new divisions here. So light cruiser division 1 is the newest. This is the good old Valkyries. They are the same, except this one has 6-inch guns and a little bit of armor on the turrets. Cruiser reserve is the Hellas, the other Hellas and the Danzigs, but we have the Frauenlobs are combat capable. We have the 3 high seas. No more battleships yet. Let's press turn. The government is considering making concessions to France. We will not consider any concession, symbolic or not. No. Okay, it keeps, it's up there. Come on, we need another war with France. Pretty please. We have prepared and everything. 6 months until the destroyer situation is a little bit chaotic at the moment, but we'll manage. Yeah, Great Britain is ahead in everything, technology. France is advanced, but we are average. That's unfair. Also, our spies don't seem to go to work. Is that in 65 ships have finished working up? It's deplorable. It's the meddling of France. Ha! Babylon. Large parts of the fleet is still working up. That's fine. And we have a small presence in the colonies. As do France, but we are fortunately fortified. Quite a few ships here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hellas. The entire division. Yeah, I'll probably put those on regular duty and maybe go do some raiding. Or send them to Northeast Asia. Now I wish we had like Japan or someone as our ally. We are already stronger than France in the North Atlantic, but that is just an illusion because the bulk of their fleet is down in the Med. And I don't think Italy will jump into this war. That would be very surprising. So what's the plan here? Yeah, the plan is to beat up France and then grab some of their colonies. I'm thinking if I could get 5-5-5, if I can get enough points to not Shanghai, but one of these, then we have a base here as well. That will be beneficial for our movement situation. If we get anything in addition to that, we could try expanding our presence here in Middle Congo, Senegal, or I suppose the Med. See how that goes. So this is the third war. The second one with France in just a handful of years. Got a bit lucky there with some of the events. Normally they would try, like the plague, to avoid it like the plague, to go to war with you again so soon. So I think we need to call it there. And for the next episode, we will have some battles. So until next time. Hello there, and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3. And yet another episode of this Germany 1890 super large campaign. We are fast approaching the end of the 19th century and going into the age of dreadnoughts. We are playing at 80% tech, so technologically we are maybe at around 1897, 8 something at the moment. So it's going to be a few years before we can build the first true dreadnought. So in the meantime, we will have to keep filling our fleet with cruisers and battleships that are the best that we can build. We have gotten a central firing position tech, so accuracy for our main batteries have improved somewhat. So these cruisers and battleships that we have with plentiful main batteries, they have gained a little bit of a boost. Many of our legacy ships are not so fortunate. Still haven't gotten heavy wing turrets or sort of 10-inch or bigger guns, and we cannot put double 8-inch wing turrets, so we are quite limited still. But I'm hoping some new techs will open up our options soon. You can also see that, well, I rebuilt those ships, but ships will now become obsolescent and start costing more, and also ships will start to lose speed. And the only way to fix that is to do super expensive engine refits, and I really don't plan to do that for any of these ships if I can avoid it. There are plenty of ships that could be scrapped. They can also be kept around to do some anti-blockade work, such as these ships. They cost almost nothing to maintain at the moment. And these Helas and Danzigs are perfectly fine colonial cruisers. I don't think I'm going to bother building as many colonial cruisers as I had maybe originally planned. And our new colony in China is actually pretty great. It's on level with Shanghai, and it sits in the middle, in the interior here around Port Arthur. It's a pretty defensible position, so it fits with the Kaiser's fluctuating politics, and now he's decided he wants an empire. So give him an empire, I suppose. We are in negative, but that's mostly because we are rebuilding everything, giving them fire control. Okay, the Russians are building a pre-dreadnought, no, an ironclad. It has two 12-inch guns, some 6-inch guns, still under 10,000 tons. It doesn't even have good armor. No. Tension with France reduced. Yeah, only reductions. Everyone loves us. So, final month of this century. Finished our reconstruction. Yeah, that's a good celebration. Bunch of battleships. Is this any better? No, it's not a good battleship. It has a very small. It has 13-inch guns, but only 4 of them. That's not impressive. Local fire control, very low speed. Armor is good, but the secondary battery is very, very weak. And the French have invented crap armor. How come? We have more ships in Southeast Asia than our bases can support. Well, those that can't. That was strange. We have we have 3,200 tons in Northeast Asia. Oh, we have someone in Southeast Asia. Yeah, it's probably just transiting. Nothing to worry about. It's another advantage of having bases here, that we don't have any bases here, but that's the only sea area where we do not have any bases, so we can expect our ships to get to the destination without being super fatigued. One more colonial ship. New docks complete. Coastal batteries complete. That frees up quite a bit of money. Oh, we need to copy game. It's a new year. No. No. Reserve fleet. Brown lobes have been rebuilt, so reserve fleet. $3,000. Open design. Central rangefinder. Would be a Harrier 2. And open design. Donner. Quite a bit of tonnage. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, Donner. Good. Let's do the same for Wotan. I'm not taking any more ammunition for this because guns are so slow firing at this point. Ship has a narrow belt, yes. Colonial cruiser is ready. No. Yes. We are doing 2 Harriers. I want another squadron of light cruisers. Let's have a look in the almanac. Yeah, France is still way ahead of us in battleships, but you can see, yeah, and in tonnage as well. But we now have a bigger budget than they do. Great Britain is way ahead, and that's fine. We are average tech, so only Great Britain is advanced. they have a much bigger budget, so 12% of that big budget gives them more research. So we are very competitive in light cruisers, but the truth is that only one of our squadrons is any good, and one is semi-good. The others have been sent to the Baltic to rot at anchor. Destroyers, yeah, fine. Let's look at France's battleships. This is very anemic. They have... This one has a secondary battery of 2 11-inch guns. Nothing of this is 314, yeah, whatever. And 12 5-inch guns. They are super slow. No, we're not afraid of you. One more turn. Russia has taken Hainan. Isn't that Taiwan? No, Hainan is this other island. This is called Formosa now, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. 5, 4. But that's good, because if we get into trouble with Russia again, we can definitely, if we cannot take the Baltic nations, we could take away this one, and then we would have a base in Southeast Asia as well. Everything reserve or mothball. Yeah, now these are starting to become obsolescent, but still not costing more. I think that it also increases the chance of engine breakdowns and whatever. Captain Wild is charged. Preparations. Is in charge of preparations, yeah. He wants more time for training, but that will impact operational exercises. Do you even need to ask? Yeah. Beating the army as top priority. We win, that's the important part. Close to getting 400-ton destroyers, that's also great. Why do we have ships in South Asia at all? Because they are moving around, okay. It's working up. Let's him finish that, and then he can go on a cruise. Push forward. Yes. This makes it more interesting to build destroyers. Sign ship. Destroyer. Auto build. Do we like the look? Yes, quite. Has medium range. Let's delete that turret. No, we don't like it because it has 3 torpedoes. We don't want 3 torpedoes. I like this a lot. 2 torpedoes. It is also insanely overweight. So even if we get rid of both 2-inch guns, considerably overweight, yeah. What if we do this? Yeah, it's not ideal. Not very well suited to dealing with enemy destroyers with only 1 3-inch gun. I think we will be forced to make another short range model. Or we could go to 26. No, that's cramped accommodations. That's completely out of the question. But speed, 26. Some 2-inch guns. Do I really want 2-inch guns? Yeah, why not? PT 404. Because it has 4 2-inch guns. The 500-ton destroyer will be more capable. So we will keep our research like that. Still need more on turrets. Build ship. Wotan 2. Rhineland. It's great. And let's do a Donner 2. Emden. Stuttgart. Dresden. Okay. New government wants to reduce naval spending. Pension. Yeah. Get the Navy League to protest. Yeah, we are heavily into the negative, so we have to wait a bit. Oil in Alaska. The US already has oil. So. War is imminent in the Balkans. Should avoid stoking the fires of war. We could go for this strong arms industry. Yeah. Torpedoes are more accurate. Let's see if we can manage the brinkmanship this time, or if we are suddenly thrust into a new war we aren't fully prepared for. I'm guessing the latter. Oh, I clicked too fast. Some more tech delays. My face hardening, but it might be beyond the state of our science at present. That means face hardening is probably too far advanced in terms of year. And we are in 1900. It could be that the next step on the armor development tree is 2, 3, 4 years into the future, and then you get this message. But you continue to rack up research, so you don't lose research, but it's a warning that it's going to take time. Now the Harriers have arrived, the first 2. We have 2 more coming, so that's 1 full, almost full division. We have 3 Wotans, 3 Donners. Fine. Do we have any? No, I think we have way more than we need on foreign station, but a minor matter. Let's build a fort here in case we get into trouble with the UK. Let them at least work for it. 6 inches are a good balance between cost and utility, I think. Then we might as well fortify this one as well. Kind of feels like a waste, but it probably isn't. Sooner or later you are going to get invaded by the UK. Yeah, we have a random bump as well, so this could happen. After a brief war, Japan has occupied the Chinese territory of Kyushu Bay. Russia seeked improved relations with us. No. After a naval visit by the US of A, you are asked by journalists to comment. We are happy to have hosted these fine ships with their friendly crews. Yes. The US is rebuilding some battleships. Same with France, probably with fire control. I want more money. I'm not building any fortification here because they can't invade me. Because that territory is too big and important. Now I think we have fortified everything that can reasonably be attacked. This one is in the middle of the Central Pacific, so doesn't need to be defended until much, much later. Yeah, like I said, we might get these when they're near completion, and I think I will say yes. Spire from France, give it maximum publicity and denounce the aggressive policies of France. Well, that gave us a nice little boost. 15, 16, 17,000, something like that. Yeah, more tree drum boiler, weight savings on machinery, fine. Yes, this is the problem. Why? Why do you do this? This is exactly the same ship with exactly the same upgrade. But for some reason the game insists on making them 2 classes. Next time we take a break, I'm going to edit that away because I cannot be bothered to keep track of every little subvariant. Because when you do a rebuild on any ship, you can only do the rebuild on that exact ship type or ship class. So now these are 2 different classes and they aren't. Boom times. Windfall in tax revenues. How do you want to spend the money? You want to build railroads. Because that's nice. Turrets and gun mountings. Gradual improvement of rate of fire. We like that. We have more ships in Southeast Asia than our bases can support. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, that wasn't such a great boost after all. Messing with France actually gave us a bigger boost. So, turrets and gun mountings. No, I think it's time to switch over to ship design. If I remember correctly, this is where we unlock heavier wing turrets and that sort of thing. And eventually centerline super firing turrets. So, yeah, we definitely want that. The rest looks good. Blitzen is commissioned. Yeah, holding off on building those 400-ton destroyers saved us quite a bit of grief. So if we go 500, we could come back up to speed 27. We could add a raft turret. Delete turret. One 4-inch gun. And two 3-inch guns of +1 quality. I'm liking this. It's a 90% change. This is a 5.0. The 5.43. Oh, that gets messy. 5.03. Too many center line. Let's build a big batch of destroyers. It's our. This is starting to be a potent weapon. We have some ships that we need to put into. Yeah, it's the same with these fire controls. Donner 1900 and 1900A and the Wotans. Heavy secondary battery. Secondary guns heavier than 8 inches. These two will be done next month, so then we can put more of these into production. But now we are done with those ships. Now we will look into heavier wing turrets. But remember, that's secondary battery, so we don't have directors for those yet. It's not going to be really amazing. There are some promotions here, but it's not important at the moment. More ships in Southeast Asia, of course. Basically, we have one ship, so that's more than we can support. Thor, Wotan. I'm gonna save there and just hop out and fix this. Okay, so I got rid of the extra variants, so now both the Wotans and the Donors are same refit. They were exactly the same, so, and I also made some new divisions and renamed the main battle fleet the Seeflotte, so now they are the High Seas Fleet. So once we have 3 squadrons of 412 proper dreadnoughtish pre-dreadnoughts, I think we can be happy with those. Yeah, the first Harriers didn't have proper fire control. That's not good. Completely uninteresting. They are rebuilding it with central rangefinders. Oh, this is too weak for us now. Crap, I cannot abide looking at it. Austria-Hungary wants to buy a ship. Why not? Money is money. We are also going to get rid of this Hertas. Good. And these two. Didn't do much for our balance, but okay. These are also scrappable. We might begin scrapping those who have lost speed. But only as soon as we have more light cruisers. A new cruiser from France has arrived to visit and impress us. With a higher budget, we could have just as advanced ships as that one. Yeah. Capable ship, but ours are just as good. If that's the best they can come up with, we have nothing to fear from France. No, we don't have anything to fear from them, but we want a higher budget. Tactics, wireless. Not unexpected. We have been working on it for years. That was a good budget increase. Really good budget. Those are being rebuilt. Destroyers are coming along nicely. Let's look at the Wotan. -2. Yeah. Okay, so we have nothing better to build at the moment. And tension goes down again. It's fair, so reserve. Once you get going, the turns can flow pretty fast as long as you don't get into any wars. Okay, it's starting to employ twin turrets on the wings there. That's cute. It's still very poorly armed. Tension with Japan is reduced. Tension with France increases as they may resent us. That's cool. France has somehow gotten a bigger budget than us. We are average. Great Britain is advanced. 20 destroyers commissioned. You're asked, who is the most likely enemy in the future? Or war, what is your answer? It is without a doubt France. Better torpedoes. More ships in Southeast Asia. I really want to take Hainan back from the Russians. That would have been great. Yeah, suddenly we have more money than we can use. Let's get rid of these tiny destroyers. Clear all ships. Clear all ships. Clear all ships. Then we will add over 500 classes. Okay, so we have Hochseeflotte, 1, 2, cruiser division, 1, 2, and 3. I think I'll fix this on my own.